Yo, before we start this episode of Behind the Scenes with Clouds, I want to introduce my sponsors, or more specifically, the sponsors behind the podcast. This is Uncertain. It's a brand for fitness clothing, equipment, and accessories that all of you can take advantage of. After all, summer is just 3 months away. Everyone wants to get in shape and feel great in their own skin. What I personally really liked are the unisex t-shirts. The designs are insane. You can wear them to the gym, out and about, or just for a casual fit. And if you are like me and you find something you like, I've got a little surprise for you. I have a promo code which is Cloud15, which will get you not 5, not 10, but 15% off just for you. You can use it directly from the link in the description below. And now, let's get into the episode. Hello everyone, I'm Cloud, and you're currently watching or listening to Behind the Scenes with Cloud. And in this episode, we have a really interesting guest. Can you introduce yourself, please? What's your name? How old are you? And where are you from? What do you do?
Hello everyone. My name is Lawrence Brown. I'm a 14-year-old karting driver. I'm from Germany. Yeah, my dream is to make it all the way up to F1.
Yeah, that's awesome. And how did you first get into karting? Was it a childhood dream or something you discovered later on?
I had to do with motorsports earlier. I began motocross with 2.5 years of age, so very, very early. But then I started to lose interest and it continued with football until I think it was 12, where I discovered karting. So I never heard of it before, actually. But then I went to a rental track and drove a few laps, and it was super fun. And I didn't want to really stop it. And then I in the same winter where I started, I actually got a steering wheel for sim racing. So I started that as well. And yeah, that was kind of like the point where I knew this is gonna be my new thing.
Yeah, that's awesome for you. But do you remember your very first race? If so, how did it go?
My very first race, if you mean rental karting,
Yeah.
it was a pretty annoying race. So I started P3, which was good for my very first race, I guess. But then I had a pit stop and I lost a position. I tried to get back as well again, but yeah, he didn't let me through or anything. So yeah, on a rental track, it's pretty tight and everything, and you can't really get through. So yeah, I was stuck behind him, and many more cars caught up to me, and yeah, it was pretty frustrating. But yeah, at the end of the day, it was a P4, which I can still be proud of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
could have
really
been a
good
podium.
position. Yeah, it's a really good place. P4 is awesome for a first race, I think.
Yeah.
But how does your weekly training routine look like?
Always depends on how I feel, because if I maybe have like a headache or something, maybe I'll just lay down and chill a bit. But in general, I'll do a lot of push-ups. Push-ups is like the base, the thing I do the most because it trains the whole body. Um, then I do some plank, and to train the neck, of course,
Mm-hmm.
I lay down on the ground, get a chair, and get my head up there and try to stay in a straight line, which yeah trains the whole body as well and the neck, of course.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting to be honest. But what is your mindset during a race? Are you more calm and focused or aggressive and reactive?
So it depends. So sometimes I say to myself in the helmet like, come on, you're gonna get the dude ahead. But yeah, sometimes it's also just stay calm and try to get it over the line. When sometimes it's for example raining or something, you can't really think of anything else than just the corner ahead of you because it's so stressful and yeah.
Understandable. Do you have a favorite type of track or weather conditions to race in? And what's your favorite F1 track?
So my favorite track I have personally raced on is probably Losa, and it's a German karting track. It's pretty old school, but it's good fun. It's pretty on the limit and risky, but that's what makes it fun. My favorite F1 track is I don't really know because I like them all. Um, but I have to go with Zandvoort, so Netherlands. It's a pretty high speed track, which I like. Yeah, it's pretty
Mm-hmm.
feels floaty and yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and uh, do you have a favorite weather condition to race in?
All right. I don't really have a favorite weather condition because if I'm fast in the dry, I like dry. But if I'm fast in the wet, then I prefer wet. So yeah, if I'm looking at the boards at the timing boards, and I see myself in P1, I'm always happy. But if I'm at the back of the field, I'm never happy.
Mhm,
Not even if it's my favorite condition. So
mhm. How does it feel to finish the crossing line first?
yeah, it feels just amazing. You feel like wow, you were better than everyone else who tried their best. And
Wow,
yeah,
that is awesome. How many times have you won first place? If you don't mind me
so
asking.
I mean, in one season now, that was 5 races for me, and I've won one of them. It's only one, but I'm sure I will get some more wins next year. Of course, it's going to be harder than last year because or this year because it's a low category. Then I'll drive something bigger next year,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope I can still be competitive. But I can't promise anything because we don't have the money to race like the world championship right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you win any medals or trophies or something?
Yeah, so of course the win was the biggest thing I've won. Um, and I've had I like two more podiums this season, and in in general for the whole season it was a P2 in the standings, so I'm pretty happy for my rookie season. It's pretty great.
That's awesome. But which rival would you like to race against? Real or fictional doesn't matter.
So I drove against Kimi Antonelli and Max Verstappen, and it was pretty fun, especially against Verstappen because Antonelli was way ahead of me and didn't really catch up. But yeah, Verstappen was good fun racing with him, and I'd like to do it again, maybe in real life.
Yeah, that's awesome actually. Can you describe racing in 3 words?
Uh, I'd go with money. Second one would be adrenaline and stressful. Those are my 3 words.
Yeah, I always get even more stressed than they are when I watch F1 races on TV, especially at corners. It's so fucking stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your goals for the next few years?
So for the next year in 2026, I'll be racing at the AAC Kart Masters, which is basically the best in Germany, the best drivers with the best material. It's close to the German championship, German karting championship, but not quite. It's like it has different engines and stuff.
That's awesome.
And for the next few years,
Yeah.
I haven't like 100% planned anything. But if I can get the fundings for it, I'll probably drive um, Formula Predators or Predators. I don't know how to pronounce it. And yeah, it's basically Formula class in Italy. That's it has like very small Formula cars and affordable. And yeah, it gets close to Formula 4 racing, but
Mhm.
yeah, it's a bit slower and cheaper.
If you could join any F1 team right now, which one would you pick and why?
Um, uh, so looking ahead, uh, I'd probably choose Audi because it's a German brand. It has a lot of history, and to finally see them in F1 makes me wanna join them and make them successful.
Who's your current favorite F1 driver and what do you like about their style?
My favorite F1 driver is Lando Norris and Kimi Antonelli because Antonelli, it all started when I drove against him and I looked at him at his racing. It was a magical feeling because it was the first time I was racing against a guy that is in F1, and it felt very, very, very cool. And yeah, then I began to like him, and yeah, now he's one of my favorite drivers. And Lando Norris because I was a fan since 2024 began. This is where I started Formula One, where I watched it. Um, and yeah, he's like a very natural person, and I like the way he drives, and he's a very fair driver as well. Yeah,
Who's the GOAT for you? Schumacher, Hamilton, Verstappen, or someone else?
really pretty hard. But as a German, I think I have to go with Schumacher. His 7 world titles and everything. I don't need to explain him.
If you had to pick your F1 teammate right now, who would you want to be by your side?
Um, I think I'd like to have Charles Leclerc on my side because I know he's a very, very fast driver and maybe even the fastest on the grid right now, maybe with Verstappen. And to see him being maybe even faster than me will, I think, teach me a lot and yeah, make me a better driver at the end of the day.
So you and Sharo are gonna race in Audi then.
Yeah,
That's a
that would
pretty
be.
interesting combination. Yeah, they should pick him. He should drive for them. Anything else except Ferrari.
They would ruin him.
Yeah,
Or they already did.
yeah. So, what's the biggest challenge young drivers face when they try to move from karting to F1?
I think the money. The money is like the only thing that stops a lot of drivers from making their way up to Formula racing and other series. But I think if you have the fundings, the only thing that can stop you is like maybe not the confidence, maybe your mentality isn't right, maybe you don't have the physical uh, performance you need because it's very very hard to drive F4, for example, because you don't have like the easy steering you have in F1, like everything mechanical and stuff. It's all pure and very very hard to turn the wheel, for example.
Yeah, I've seen some interviews from F2 drivers, and they keep saying that it's really hard because you have to twist the car with your body and your neck. I think it wasn't F2 but F3 drivers, but I mean that is pretty hard to accomplish. The car weighs a lot. Anyways, I've seen a lot of F1 and Formula trainings, especially the neck type of trainings. Have you ever tried some of those?
So of course I'm trying to train my neck, but it's pretty hard to do it like the pros, because they pay a lot of money on their equipment, and unfortunately I don't have that money, so I have to find alternatives, which is in this time is the chair I use to put my head on and then lay down in a straight line to yeah make my train my body and make it more stable when I get to drive a car like this, like an F4 car.
That's pretty cool actually. Yeah, I think some gyms offer some kind of special equipment. I mean, most of the trainings I've seen are in public gyms, so I don't know, they could be private, but I've seen a lot of people near the drivers, so I don't know where they train exactly, but you should like look up something and near if there's a gym near your city, you can try training there.
Yeah.
I hope the fees aren't too expensive over there, cause uh, the gym fees over here are actually average priced, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Do you have anything else you want to share about your career or something else you have in mind?
Um, Not really, but of course. So if you want to support me on my way to F1, you should check out my social medias and follow me, like my videos, and yeah, this will help a lot.
I'm gonna link in his socials so you can follow him, and if you want to really support him, you can sponsor him, and you can contact him on Instagram and any other platforms he has. Yeah, you can just list them if you want. What kind of social media do you use? What apps?
So they can contact me basically everywhere. Maybe not everywhere, but Instagram or TikTok, maybe even YouTube. Uh, yeah.
That's awesome. If you want to, if you have an email or something, I can like link it too, because sometimes people prefer using emails instead of social media. It's kind of hard when you take someone on social media, they don't see it. or the
Um,
notification doesn't pop up. You know how it is.
so yeah, if you want to make sure I see your message, it's probably easier to write me an email or yeah, just DM me on Instagram. Then I'll 100% see your message.
Okay, thank you so much for the participation. I hope you do very well, and I hope you manage to get into F1. And if you like this podcast and if you like this episode, you can give a like, go follow all his socials, and bye, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you.